Hey guys, welcome back to Defense in Heels. We have got the awesome Kri is back for some more leadership training.
Hi,
and you guys can see everybody. We have Jax here as well. So
Hello.
She is a Special Forces female. So you guys hear about all these big badass guys and never hear about the females, except for like the two that every once in a while have a picture that gets thrown up there. So Jax, tell us a smidgen about your background, please.
Absolutely, Patty. First off, it is a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. My beautiful Colorado background, adding a little environmental feel to this. So Special Forces, just to be clear on that, I work in the Special Forces community, and I was part of an elite program called the Cultural Support Team. So we went through a mini selection process similar to the SF guys, but we are not TAB nor are we Special Forces by any means, but we do enable the Special Forces. We are on the front lines. We work side by side these male operators as they go through the compounds and clear these villages. It was one of the most rewarding experiences that I did. I operated as an operator between 2011 and 2012, and today I'm still in the Special Forces community as obviously a female.
That's awesome. I mean, and even if you're not in the nitty gritty of it the whole time, like you're still living it and still there and supporting them. So it's 100% effective. Just like the guys that have the wives at home that say, oh, she just works at home. Yeah, no, y'all don't realize how much work that is. I did it for like 3 months and called chicken. I could not do any more than that. That was it for me. So, okay, so guys, as you have, see, that's my talking. Okay, so we talked about the women's, right? Yeah. I know, just pour a glass of wine, call it done. Okay, so for the Women's Warrior Summit, I was telling you guys, we have the amazing Kri doing the leadership and awesome Jax. Jax, what will you be doing for the Women's Warrior Summit?
I am extremely excited about this summit, this empowerment summit to bring women together, to really empower them through self-defense, leadership, but firearms. And I will be teaching the firearms portion, but we're not just taking you to a range and pointing a gun down the range. I'm going to teach all of the women how to take apart a pistol and put it back together. And once we do that, then we're going to tie in your piece, Patty, the self-defense piece, and put it all together. Any woman that has been able to actually touch a firearm and physically take it apart and put it back together without even pulling the trigger and actually sending brass down range, it's an empowerment because now you understand how that firearm works. So that's what I'm going to be teaching.
Yeah, it is crazy. For those of you who have never touched a gun, this will be a great introduction for you because it's not just, oh, here's a cool gun, you know? It's, let me show you how to take it apart. Here's the little pieces. Did you know there was all these itty bitty teeny tiny pieces inside this piece of metal here? And then for me, with the self-defense aspect of it, it's not just, okay, here's a gun. It's how do we take away the gun from the bad guy? And now that you know how to take it apart, let's be even mean. We're women. We're vindictive. It's not just let me take that gun from you. It's bitch, please let me take this apart and throw it down on there. I mean, it's not just the fun stuff. It's the take it apart and be mean. I mean, again, we're women. That's just how we roll.
Right.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's hands-on learning. So you're going to actually learn about the gun, how it works, get your hands on it, understand it, get more comfortable with it. Just as with everything else we're going to work on
exactly
at the summit.
And we have a bad guy coming at the very end. So if nothing else, you get to take your aggression out for the day on this guy. You know, I mean, who's not going to want to take out your aggression on a 200-pound guy that has 8 inches of pounding on him so that you can just go to town?
Now, Patty, he does know that that's why he's showing up, right?
You know, all I said was there was a bottle of whiskey involved. I should maybe tell him a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
20 women now coming at a guy who wouldn't like that.
Right? Just imagine, I mean, too bad we can't put like faces of exes on there. Oh, just think about that. That's a whole nother story. We need to do our own show on that.
Right.
Awesome.
So, Jax, you were recently on my podcast.
I was. It was amazing.
Yeah, and we talked about your career in the Army. And now you talk about how you're still in the Special Forces community, and you're doing contractual work for the government now, and that's how you're still involved in special ops.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I have a defense contracting firm, and our focus in this firm, it's broken down into 4 different pillars. I always save the best for last. So we have a cyber pillar, a UAV pillar, a training pillar, but my favorite and what really defines us is the women-centric pillar. And it's exactly what it is. It is female operators that are trained at an elite level to be able to go in and operate in covert or in areas that would not otherwise be very easy for a male to be able to operate in. So we create access and placement for certain areas. And some of those areas that we can operate in would be in sex trafficking or dealing with any terrorist cells that could be in the US or even international. So it's very challenging. We've been around for 2 years now, but I can honestly say I have some of the most amazing women on my team that are willing and ready to execute any operation at any time. So it keeps us definitely engaged in the special forces world.
That's awesome. I have worked firsthand with the human trafficking here in Vegas and with all the different task force that go on here, and it is not a fun place to be in or around, and it's scary, it's emotional, and having that woman there just to be like, I need you, thank you. At the end of the day, that makes their day. And to have somebody who's, coming in with that strong arm, but also that loving hand, I can only imagine how it feels for you at the end of the day.
And you said it very, like, you just even hugging Kri right then, it's the emotional intelligence that women have naturally that males do not have. And it is now becoming an essential part of every law enforcement agencies to start incorporating this emotional intelligence training. Because, for example, Las Vegas, you take somebody that's been a victim of sex trafficking and you get this big burly, for example, law enforcement officer or any male officer, they don't know how to address the victims. And it's as easy as giving them the toolbox of maybe 2 or 3 questions to calm those victims down just enough for maybe it's a female, maybe it's a male that we've been able to train to have more of that emotional intelligence. And so we are able to go in and add that extra layer of training. And Patty, you're aware of this working with law enforcement. A lot of those guys, they can't comprehend that. They don't know how to speak to a victim Right.
To be in that mindset, they have to compartmentalize themselves to the extreme. And being that they compartmentalize their brain so much, that emotional aspect is completely detached. And you got to pick and choose. Which one do you want? That's just how a guy's brain works.
Yeah. And in terms of leadership, it's the same thing. Having that female element in any type of a situation, a leadership role, is crucial to the success of any team.
It really is.
So,
and it's not just that motherly, loving touch. We tend to pick up pieces too.
Yeah.
We're the ones that find those itty bitty, teeny tiny details that nobody thinks of. That's how the brain of a woman works. Is like this. That's how our brain works. Putting it all together and the craziness of it.
I just got tired.
I know, right? Awesome. Well, Jax, thank you so much for coming on. Kri, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to end real quick with some awesome self-defense tips. So if you guys have any to throw in, definitely throw it in real quick. My favorite one to leave with every woman is pay attention. So last time we talked about paying attention to your surroundings. Tonight, pay attention to your gut. A woman's instinct is actually statistically proven to be correct. So that weird feeling that we have, that's usually right. So pay attention to it because it's your body and your brain saying, hey, something's going on, pay attention, all that kind of craziness.
I agree. You hear that all the time.
Yeah.
I should have listened to, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, and
absolutely.
People just, especially women, we're like, oh no, he's a nice guy. Mm-hmm. Please.
Yep.
My biggest thing is parking lots, and there's just something, even in the daylight, daylight, nighttime, anything like that. Be cautious when you're getting out of your car. Don't be on your phone, and make sure that you're in the eye shot of the entryway of whatever store that you're going into. If you're in a parking garage, get close to an exit and get in and out of there quickly, because a lot of these individuals can linger between vehicles, or they're paying attention to you because when you're getting out, you're putting your keys away and you're in this down motion with your face. So just like we said, Patty, pay attention, keep your head up. And when you walk, keep your chest out, because they look for victims that are damsels in
distress. Yes. They're looking for that easy target.
Stand up, be tall, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be on your phone. Get off your phone.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thanks, Patty.
And I can't wait to beat up some bad guys with you some more next month. And don't forget to check out the website, womanswarriorsummit.com, and we will see you guys next month.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.